Hey, what's up, guys? So this is my first video. Basically, I have a 95 Supra that was NA and now is turbo. Well, I guess not turbo right now because it's all pulled apart. But basically, I started this project almost 12 years ago. And yeah, excuse the compressor hose. Anyways, I have been modifying this car for 12 years. I bought it as it was my dream car way back when, and yeah, as I've been able to modify things here and there. Major thing I did was turbo kit, and I went with kind of a build your own style deal and bought the pieces of the club NAT, that sort of thing. And one of the funny thing is I made a post not too long back about how the eBay manifold has held up after 11 years. Not too many chances you have to see something where you have 12 years worth of time on it, nor the amount of mileage. Most people put a few thousand miles on their Super Max. I drive mine as much as I possibly can, put somewhere around 60,000 miles on it. Ran anything from, just a couple. When I first installed the turbo, ran about 8 pounds of boost. That didn't last long. Ended up running about 12 pounds of boost, and then most recently something in the 16 pounds of boost. Now we're going for more like 25, 30 pounds of boost on a new turbo. Anyways, I just had the Club NAT turbo, and yeah, 60,000 miles, and I just thought I'd show you guys how it held up. And, this is my own personal experience. I also have assisted in many other people's builds and getting that same manifold and running it on various setups, everything from big old Borg Warners to, yeah, just little eBay garbage turbos to whatever. Anyways, I've yet to see one on the 2JZ GE fail yet. Anyways, here's what mine looks like. I did have heat tape on it when I first got it, that sort of thing. But, yeah, it's dirty. But most of what you're seeing on there is literally just dirt and debris. It's 12 years worth of 60,000 miles worth. I've checked all the welds. I've checked everything. Went through the flashlight. I mean, it's dirty, but no cracks. And the only thing I did to modify this turbo or this manifold was to go through the internals, all the welds that I could get to on the inside, deburr. I blew it out as best as I could. There was burring, but that's what you'd expect from a manifold. I think I spent $120 on it when I bought it. Anyways, that light's really annoying. Anyways, so it's held up impeccably well. My nephew's running that, so is my good friend on his Supra. No issues with one of them. I'm about to go up to a much larger turbo, and also going to be upping the boost, like I said, significantly. Trying to go for like 750, 800 horsepower, so we'll see what happens. I also have a transmission swap. I used to have a W58 that had an R154. Loved the R154, and honestly, the W58 shifted great. It held probably somewhere in the high 300 horsepower range forever without issue. So that's another debated topic. But now I'm going to get a new transmission. I have a ton of parts on the way, and there's nothing more exciting, especially as a car guy, than having car parts on their way. So anyways, I have those on their way. And and we have the wonderful eBay manifold. eBay manifold for the intake. This was actually not an eBay manifold. When I was getting it, it was from a single supplier off of a forum. I think maybe he was importing them. Who knows? It was pre-eBay. Yeah. OG eBay. Is there such a thing? Anyways. So yeah, that manifold worked out okay. The throttle body, on the other hand, was awful. I had to literally custom make the throttle plate because this from the can you even see? So dark. Anyways, you'll have to take my word for it. The throttle plate in there literally had it stuck. It would not actuate, and then when it did, your car would idle like ridiculously high because it would be stuck open too far and it would have caught on the edges, that sort of thing. So yeah, I did have to do that. Had to go through and kind of mill it down and clean up, sand it all, make it so it actually sat flush and closed properly rather than being closed, 30% of the way open. Anyways, had that going. And then also another thing, anybody ever actually watches this, what do you guys think? Stern rims? The Ziggin FN01RCs, or the Koenigs, which I don't really like. They have a painted lip that those need to be powder coated. Honestly, all of them need to be powder coated. But what style do you guys like? The Koenigs, I'm going to say that's not even an option. The Sterns or the Ziggin FNO, I don't know what my problem is, FN01RC. What do you guys think? Anyways, so yeah, I have another big video I'm going to do next week with all the things that I'm doing to upgrade this setup. I can show you what we came from, just a old Club NAT style turbo here. And my garage is an absolute disaster. Didn't actually plan on making a video here, but it is what it is, right? So this is what we're coming from. And I had this turbo on there. I had a couple different turbos. Yeah, I was up close. What's up? Anyways, I had this turbo on there forever. It's basically just an eBay turbo. Club NAT back in the day, they used to have this kit they sold together. I bought it as part of a whole other collection of stuff. So I ran it, and I ran it for quite a while. Honestly, I ran that turbo for probably 20,000 miles, 25,000 miles of the time I had that manifold. And it ran great. It did what it needed to do. Definitely have outgrown it. It's basically like a slightly quality controlled eBay turbo. Quality controlled in the sense that they look it over and I think they try to balance it a little better. So yeah, anyways, we're getting away from all the eBay parts other than the manifold. I like the manifold, it works. I have this wonderful manifold that's probably going to end up going on my GS300 soon. Ugh. But unfortunately, it doesn't fit on the Supra. It has to be a VVTi motor. I don't want to set that on there. But, yeah. Here's this guy. Actually, you know what? Let's just flip the camera around. So there's that. V-band takes T3 or T4, like we're gonna run anything but T4. Yeah, right. Everything T6. Anyways, yeah. So that is going probably on the GS300. We'll see, have to see what we think, but there it is. Anyways, well, I think I've rambled on enough, but yeah, I'll be doing more videos and I'll be doing a lot of reviews on the parts I'm getting. It's a lot of the common and popular Supra modifications. A lot of people don't really review this stuff. I'm watching YouTube and I'm not seeing like really good reviews on these parts, and it's a mainstay for Supras, a lot of them. And yeah, also I'm going to be reviewing for the transmission I'm doing. I'll be reviewing a bunch of parts off that, which has a ton of questions. People are always asking questions about that trans, so well worth looking into. Anyways, make sure and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks.